He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A quiet intensity, a commanding presence, and a natural gravity that pulled attention without effort. Çağatay Ulusoy didn't simply step into Turkish entertainment. He reshaped his image again and again, evolving from a young model into one of the most formidable actors of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Çağatay Ulusoy was born on September 23, 1990, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras, scripts, and global premieres, his path began in the world of modeling. In 2010, he won Best Model of Turkey, a title that opened doors but also placed expectations squarely on his shoulders. Instead of remaining confined to fashion, he made a decisive pivot toward acting, committing himself to formal training and long-term growth. His acting breakthrough came in 2011 with Dönence Miro, where his portrayal of Emir Sarafoglu turned him into a household name across Turkey and the Middle East. The role brought massive popularity, but it also tested him early. Fame arrived fast, and so did scrutiny. Rather than staying in a safe lane, Çağatay chose reinvention. That transformation became unmistakable with İçerde, where he delivered a powerful performance as Sarp. The crime drama showcased a darker, more complex side of his acting, earning critical acclaim and cementing his credibility beyond romantic leads. It marked a turning point, proving he could carry psychological depth, physical intensity, and emotional restraint all at once. His career then expanded onto the global stage with Netflix's The Protector, making him one of Turkey's first actors to headline an international streaming original. Playing Hakan Demir introduced him to a worldwide audience and positioned him as a symbol of Turkey's growing presence in global entertainment. Rather than chasing constant visibility, Çağatay became known for selective choices. Projects like Yeşilçam paid homage to classic Turkish cinema, while Kubra pushed him into philosophical and psychologically layered territory. In Kubra, he portrayed Gökhan, a character grappling with belief, power, and identity in the digital age, a role that resonated strongly with modern audiences and reinforced his reputation for choosing substance over repetition. Off-screen, Çağatay Ulusoy maintains a notably private and disciplined lifestyle. He avoids excessive media exposure, speaks rarely about his personal life, and lets his work define his public image. This restraint has only amplified his mystique, setting him apart in an industry driven by constant visibility. In fashion and branding, his influence remains strong yet controlled. He collaborates with high-profile brands while staying selective, aligning endorsements with his image rather than overextending his presence. His lifestyle reflects focus, structure, and long-term vision rather than fleeting trends. As of 2026, Çağatay Ulusoy's influence extends well beyond Turkish television. With strong international recognition, sustained streaming success, and a career built on deliberate evolution, his estimated net worth reflects years of consistent work across acting, global projects, and premium brand partnerships. What truly defines him is restraint paired with ambition. From model to actor, from television idol to globally recognized performer, Çağatay has never rushed his growth. He chooses depth over noise, longevity over comfort, and transformation over familiarity. As of 2026, Çağatay Ulusoy stands not just as a leading man, but as a symbol of controlled power, artistic discipline, and quiet dominance in modern entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a focused energy and natural screen presence that made him stand out long before leading roles found him. Atakan Hoşgören didn't simply enter Turkish television. He built momentum step by step, turning early discipline and athletic dedication into one of the most promising young acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Atakan Hoşgören was born on May 5, 1999, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras and scripts became part of his world, he was deeply involved in sports, particularly basketball. Years of structured training shaped his competitive mindset, time management, and resilience, qualities that would later define his professional approach to acting. Unlike many who grow up aiming for the spotlight, his path unfolded gradually, guided by discipline rather than instant visibility. His acting career began with supporting roles in youth-oriented television projects, where his calm delivery and relatable presence quickly caught attention. He appeared in series such as 4N 1K Ilk Ask, introducing him to a younger audience and establishing him as a rising face in teen drama storytelling. The true turning point in his career came with his lead role as Ozan in Kardeşlerim. The series became a major ratings success and expanded internationally, significantly elevating his profile. Through Ozan, Atakan portrayed emotional growth, loyalty, inner conflict, and vulnerability, earning recognition for bringing subtle depth to a character navigating hardship and responsibility. The role proved he could handle layered storytelling rather than surface-level youth charm. Rather than remaining limited to one character type, Atakan has shown clear intention in expanding his craft. He gravitates toward emotionally grounded roles that allow internal conflict to unfold naturally, reflecting a long-term strategy rather than chasing short-lived trends. His performances suggest patience, controlled energy, and a willingness to evolve with each project. Off-screen, Atakan maintains a relatively low profile. His lifestyle reflects structure and physical discipline, shaped by his athletic background. Fitness remains an important part of his routine, not only for appearance, but for mental clarity and balance. He avoids excessive public exposure, keeping attention centered on his work rather than personal headlines. In terms of public image, he represents a modern blend of approachability and composure. Fashion-wise, he favors clean, understated looks that align with his calm persona. Brand collaborations and media appearances have grown steadily, mirroring his rise in television popularity without overwhelming his presence. By 2026, Atakan Hoşgören is regarded as one of the most promising young male leads in Turkish television. Producers value his reliability, audiences connect with his sincerity, and industry observers note his consistent improvement from project to project. His estimated net worth reflects earnings from television roles, brand partnerships, and growing international exposure through global distribution platforms. What distinguishes him most is controlled progression. Rather than chasing instant superstardom, he appears focused on building credibility. Each role feels like a calculated step forward, reinforcing depth over hype and longevity over momentary visibility. As of 2026, Atakan Hoşgören stands as a symbol of steady rise in modern Turkish entertainment, disciplined, evolving, and quietly powerful in his presence. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.